Hello Jai Mata Di, this is your host Amit Mas Malang. I am uploading this video in a national interest to make your society aware about the commercial media. I repeat the word, it is about the commercial media. No more news has remained a news. Whether or not world is really getting very worse, but the nature of the news portrays always the negative feel in the inner molecule of the brain of every individual whenever we watch news. The news content by the broadcaster nowadays has an important role which has imbalanced the society. News channels are not confined to the news content. Every journalist has a mental syndrome to be the first in the race of the TRP. This is why they are always behaving that they probably suffer from a mental diarrhea. Debates and exaggerated news contents are revealed for whole day with a high modular frequency so that it reaches high TRP ratings. The rape news is revealed for whole day or the next day you may see unless they get a new kind of an bakra. Do they really want to help up the victim? Is this a question? What we can question ourselves. Do they really want to help up the victim? If yes, the honest answer to this is what I give an answer to it, that is no. Let me explain. If the victim is from a weaker section of the society, then the role of the politician starts here now with the collaboration of the news channels to exaggerate the issue and the take up and to add fuel to the fire so that this issue remains alive for their opponent. Primarily networks focused on the particular topics, but now tends to add shows that the channel's management feel that a large audience wants to see the leading to that which leads to the additional profit. By producing relevant and low quality program, they can increase their ratings to target audience, increasing viewership and increasing revenue. Gradually shift of television networks away from its original program to either target a newer and more profitable audience. So it is true about current news channels that they are not confined to the news only. They have become the quality of the program and the content of the news is nothing else, just an exaggeration, and which gets into the bulk molecule of the viewers. They have opened up a debate kind of shops that which can call upon the people majorly who are not representatives of the society. If they belong to some representation, that is none other than a word which is called politician. The news about the bad news is that the news are always fabricated nowadays, and that is a threat to the warp and weft of the civilized society. The media exaggeration, negative news, this has the negative consequences. Newses are filled with stories about political parties, terrorism, rapes, crimes, and if a little time is left, then they may touch major issues which doesn't carry importance in nowadays media, which are actually essential for the existence and the future of the for the upcoming generation. Drug abuses, oppression, pollutions, etc. I can count n number of topics like this, and it is not just the headline we are talking about. Earlier news we used to watch, that was something about things that used to happen, but now the things are in the limelight which may or may not have occurred. As long as things have not vanished from the face of the earth, there will always be enough incidents to fill up news like this, especially whenever one wants to be a crime reporter and a debate panelist. And I just reveal my story. I have gone through a very painful childhood. As a 16-year-old Kashmiri boy, my life was unbearable. I was born and brought up in Kashmir, but got separated from my motherland. I have had the most incredible journey to escape under the threat. I could not speak Dogri when I got migrated to Jammu. Had no experience of talking to any other language. I felt all alone and isolated. I spent 3 years in Jammu and I didn't had a right to choose the regular schools within the same probably a regional difference. I'm just missing a word about it. So we were not, allowed to attend the regular classes. Though it used to take, around 2 or 3 years more for us to get graduate. We could not plan our life more than 30 days in advance because of the financial crunch. Safety and the freedom were our main concern. No such media mileages were escalating our pain and agony when we were, residing under the cloth tents, and that too, we were belonging to such geographical kind of an, area where we were not having temperature more than 20. So we were under a scorching heat of 47 degree. I'm, forever grateful to my community that I'm born in such a community who are proud of themselves and they believe in them. But things can happen quickly. It is very foolish to think about. Bad things can happen quickly, but good things aren't built in a day, and they unfold beautifully when you have vigor, courage, and fight back with the time, and they appreciate the opportunity, become the free citizens who are entitled to the normal life. Bringing up our children in a free country, in priceless to the face and invite troubles. Why would I be a part of the kind of system where I can scold people always, and I can just always say that everything is corrupt, everything is wrong. Watching news channels cherishing TRPs out of the violence and bloodshed, rapes gain rating quickly. We have become consumer of negative news. Not surprisingly, it has become an appetizer for all of us, unless and until we start our day or we end up our day with misperception of risk, anxiety, lower level moods, and complete our day with the thoughts saying things like, what generally comes into my mind is, why do I vote? What for I vote? It's not going to help anymore. Prospective topics which are connecting our country to globally economical growth will not retain any bigger slot in any broadcasting channels. Many of us know that the foreign exchange of the Chabar port, do we know what has happened after that? What kind of revenable pleasure our country is having because of that? No. The answer is that no one is bothered to get into the depth of that. That what from last 3 or 4 years is an addition to our country, which is helping us to gain some space worldwide. This is my humble request to the Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, that the negative media has to be sent to the back foot. For saying, I can simply say, for saving the warp and weft of this lovely society. We love all each other, and we don't expect that a politician should come to my house first. I believe that my neighbor should come to my house first if I am in some problem, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, any race. Thank you very much. Jai Mata Di. Thank you.